Credit repair business training. Knowing your industry is important in providing the services that you offer as well as understanding your clients. You need to know more about your industry. You need to know where your industry revolves to, and you need to know what services you're actually supposed to be rendering. There are key points that you need to know and understand in order for you to achieve success in this industry. First, you have to know your industry. In knowing your industry, you have to understand what is credit restoration. You have to know and understand how to render the services you're offering. Who will be my market? You need to know your clients. You need to know who your possible clients are. Are there any guidelines? You need to be compliant with your state law and federal law to make sure that you are aligned and compliant with any of the information found. Next is you need to understand your client's needs. Now, in understanding your client's needs, you need to first set expectations. Ask them probing questions. Gather more information and listen attentively to your client to know what their motivation is, what their goals are, and what are their needs. This will help you ensure that you are providing the best experience for your clients and you completely understand where they're coming from. And last one, of course, to be successful in this industry, you need to have continuous training and you need to grow through your knowledge. In growing through your knowledge, you need to first train in order for you to grow. You need to go through several training in order for you to widen what your knowledge is about this industry, in order for you to know more about the service that you are actually rendering. So what are the things that you need to go through? First, you need to understand credit reports. This is vital and important in this type of industry. You need to know and understand credit report. You have to be able to analyze the credit report. You have to be able to understand what's within the credit report. Where do you find the scores? Where do you find items that you need to look into? You need to be able to go through training on how to understand credit reports. You need to go through the preparation process. You need to be prepared in order for you to understand this. You need to have your materials. You need to have a sample of a credit report. It would be best if you get your own credit report. You need to dedicate time. You have to dedicate time in order for you to completely have enough knowledge in understanding the credit report. As soon as you have dedicated proper time in understanding the credit report, you have everything prepared for all the materials you will be needing. Next is you need to know what is the credit report. That's number one. Number one rule, you need to know what is the credit report. Next is you need to go through reading and analyzing credit reports. Know and understand how to properly read a credit report and how to properly analyze a credit report. Next training that you'll be needing to go through is you'll be needing to, of course, understand the dispute process and strategies. Once you're done reading through the credit report, understanding, analyzing the credit report, it's time for you to understand the whole process that you're going through in providing the services. Know the heart of your service. You need to understand the dispute process as this is the heart of your service. This is basically what you need to do in order for you to deliver the service you're rendering. Research online about the dispute process. It is important for you to go through different training. So one of the ways is for you to research online. Know and understand more about the dispute process. Now, researching online could be you are researching for an article, could be on a specific webinar, or maybe a seminar that you're researching into. You can look into that. Next is you need to learn and find different strategies. So go out there and find different strategies. Don't limit yourself as to what you already know or what you just found. You have to learn and find different strategies to go through widening your methods and widening your capabilities in terms of these services. Next is Look through other resources. Don't limit yourself looking through online or searching online. You can, of course, always look into books. You could also look into different online courses, may it be free or paid courses. You could join in webinars, and you could also look into joining seminars. Now, next, of course, you need to understand disputing with credit bureaus, creditors, and collectors, as this is part of your process. So you need to understand what this is. You need to first know when to dispute. You need to know and understand when you need to dispute inaccurate items. You need to know and understand when to work on any specific accounts. Understand when to go through disputing towards the credit bureaus. You also need to learn about the credit bureaus. Who are they? And what is their main role in this type of industry? You also need to know and understand when you need to work on disputing with the creditors. You also need to get to know them. Who are the creditors? What is a creditor? You need to know that during your training process. You also need to know the same thing about collectors. Who are the collectors? What is a collector? You need to know and understand this, and when do you need to work and dispute on collectors. Now, apart from that, you also need to learn about rebuilding credit the right way. This is a vital, important information as well, all throughout within your services. You need to be able to assist your client in rebuilding their credit the right way. You need to learn different ways of helping your client to rebuild their own credit score. You have to go through different training materials in order for you to understand this. Best if you join into different Facebook groups to learn more. You also need to understand right ways versus deceiving methods, meaning to say, don't go through deceiving methods. Always go through understanding which is the right way in rebuilding a credit. Never go through an easy route or a shortcut. Always go through the right way. Go through different training methods to gather the best options. There are a lot of things that you could do. You could always go through joining different Facebook groups, as I mentioned. You can also go through researching online, trying to find the best option that you can help your client with. Now, you also need to learn and understand other ways to expand your learning. How else can you learn? Apart from being able to go through training online. So you can always go through online courses. It could be a paid course or a free training course. You can always go through joining different live events or different live training, group gathering or group training. You could, of course, join webinars or seminars as well. You could research online. You could also look into different books that would help you understand how credit repair process works. So you can attend conferences, attend seminars, and watch other different online training. So thank you so much for reaching the end of this training video. And since you reached the end of this training video, I'll be giving you a free step-by-step guide on how to start and run a credit repair business. You just have to click on the link into the description box to get your free step-by-step guide on how to start and run a credit repair business. It is Starting a Credit Restoration Business Blueprint. So to learn more, just simply click on the description box and click on the link in there.